Welcome to the Break Free Real Estate Podcast.
Hey everyone, today I wanted to talk to you guys about my favorite negotiation trick. So, negotiating a contract or a real estate deal is super important and you have to be careful about, what you're trying to do because some negotiation tactics probably are frowned upon and might get you in trouble. So you have to be careful. Obviously, you should always try to negotiate any deal to the best of your ability because you're buying that property and you're going to have that property probably for a long time. And so make sure that you're getting the best deal possible. If you do have a real estate agent, then that real estate agent should be doing most of the heavy lifting for you when it comes to negotiating. However, you are the person who decides what price you offer, what your deal breakers are, maybe what contingencies you might need from the seller, whether it's concessions, maybe you need them to pay for your closing costs, or maybe you need um them to fix some things before you take the property over. Those are all your decisions. Your real estate agent is there to guide you, and you need to be the one who is really strict about what you want because you're the only one it really affects. When I'm working with my real estate clients, I really try to give them advice and show them all the different options. And ultimately, it's up to them how much they want to negotiate. When I'm doing my own deals, I am definitely negotiating in every little like faucet that I can. I want to make sure that I'm getting the best deal possible. So that all that being said, um, there's many different points of a contract you can negotiate. The biggest one is obviously the very beginning of the deal. When you're sending over that first offer, you can really get a feel for how low that seller is willing to go. Then after your due diligence, so you have an inspector go in, that is my favorite time to negotiate. And that's what I'm going to share with you guys today, how to renegotiate after you get that first inspection. So I have an inspector go in, they give me a detailed list of everything that's wrong with the property. And then what I do is I simply copy and paste everything that's wrong with the property in an email with prices of how much each thing is going to cost and then a total at the bottom. And then I ask the seller to credit that amount to closing or take it off the purchase price, whatever one works best for you. If you want to have to bring less cash to the table and the seller isn't already paying your closing costs, then closing costs would be a great option. If the amount of the repairs that you're asking for is more than your closing costs are going to be, or the seller's already paying seller concessions, and you'll want to reduce the total price of the house. So again, I get that first inspection. I mean, really the main inspection I get, and my inspector sends me an email of a PDF file with all the things that I should be worried about or all the things that should be fixed on the property. And I just copy and paste every single one of them, even if I don't think they're a big deal. And I even sometimes go as far as having a contractor go and quote each little thing or give me like a rough estimate. And I've even went as far as having them write an actual bid or a quote to fix all the things that were wrong that were found in the inspection. So in the email to the seller's agent or to the seller, I'm able to say, "Hey, I did my inspection and all of these things came back. I wasn't expecting all of this, and here's all the things that are wrong. Here's the cost that it will be to fix these, and here's a quote, here's a bid from a contractor that I work with, stating how much all this is going to be. If we can take this amount off of the purchase price, that would be great." and I'll send the official addendum or counter, whatever you call it. I'll send the official addendum over, and most of the time they accept it because I did my um homework and I got like the prices and the bid and the inspection, and I'm explaining why this price needs to be reduced instead of just saying, "Hey, I got the inspection back. A lot needs to be fixed. I need 5,000 off the closing costs." Instead, I'm able to itemize it. Now there have been times when the seller hasn't wanted to credit me for those fixes, and then you just have to make the decision. Are you good with moving forward and knowing that these things are bad, or do you want to back out of the deal? Or maybe, you can try to negotiate a little bit less. So if you ask for 10,000 off and they're like, no way, then maybe you could renegotiate and say, if we could reduce the purchase price by $5,000, I think I can eat the other 5,000. And so that's also a possibility, but it's not always going to work. But regardless, even if it doesn't and you still buy the property, it's really good to know all the things that are wrong and how much it costs to fix them. So, worst case scenario, you'll have enough knowledge. Best case scenario, you'll be able to get those costs covered by the seller and have a brand new home that you're not going to have to do any repairs to anytime soon. That's it for today. For more daily investing tips and real estate secrets, don't forget to visit breakfreerealestate.com and make sure to like, subscribe, and share our podcast. We will see you tomorrow.